I'm gonna get Jay to pop it.
If you bring me my brown bag.
No, I'm gonna get Jay to pop it for me.
And B7.
But the B7. You sure that's his name? We saw him. You remember seeing him, Jay?
Yeah.
Up there?
Steve, I think Dave's there, Steve.
Jay can pop it.
Give him my tea. Give him my tea.
Don't do that.
Now, do you, we gotta make sure everything's right. Is everything just right? Butt by you? You, thanks, Jay. You know who Stephen Hawking wish he was?
Who?
Any of us, because we were alive and could walk. I lost my timing. I knew it was in there somewhere.
What record
Were we hot? Was that when Mike's hot?
Yeah, so it's a weird.
What's going on?
It's a weird. We're still figuring out graphic situation.
Are we on the air?
We're on the internet right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night.
Now, I did notice when you guys did a show, I think it was last week maybe.
Yeah.
You had graphics
We got graphics.
that I didn't see before.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing stuff in.
Okay.
I'm bringing stuff in hot and loose. Hot and loose like a Taco Bell diarrhea shit. That's diarrhea shit. And so brackets, basketball, St. Patrick's
We got
Day.
major announcement. You probably know by now if you're watching basketball.
Major announcement.
A 16 has beat a number 1 for the first time ever, we believe.
Craziness.
University of Virginia, who's probably in a lot of people's Final Four, if not the winner.
It's in my Final Four.
My wife picked them to win it all.
Oh, you got scantily.
They are out. They've lost by 20 points to the University of Maryland at Boston County. Coached by
Yeah.
Ryan Odom, son of Dave Odom,
Oh, it used to be
who
Wake
used to be
Forest.
at Wake Forest.
Wow. Sport
Ryan Odom
talk.
is the hot new ticket. He'll probably won't last long at Maryland. They'll probably somebody will scoop
Hotter
him up.
ticket than Wes Miller?
Somebody will scoop him up.
More than Wes Miller at UNC Greensboro?
If a 16 is beating a number 1, I would say yes.
Sport talk. Welcome to Sport Talk. Sport talk.
Call in and talk right now.
Hey Shane, hey Bill, joining us on the chat, man. We appreciate the shit out of you. Jumping on in here with these mugs.
Good to be back.
So you did a bracket, Steve?
I did a bracket.
Did St. Patrick's Day too? Tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow, which is probably in about 30 minutes from now, but
That's getting close. It's a late night show for us.
maybe we'll fire some fireworks off or throw potatoes or something like that at midnight.
Here's what I'm doing for the first time. I like Guinness. I don't drink Guinness a lot, but I like it at a bar. It's lower alcohol, but with a deeper taste. I love Guinness with breakfast food. So I love to wake up in the morning and make some bacon and eggs, and instead of a black coffee, have a Guinness. It's got that black coffee yang to it.
Yeah.
It goes
yeah.
great with bacon and eggs, sausage, grits,
Some syrup.
shit like that. But I'm always a guy that does.
You like your sausage to get in the syrup a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more of a bacon guy, but I'm always a guy to buy the 4-pack cans of Guinness with the widget inside, right?
Yeah, the widget.
And pour that shit in the glass. But I've always heard about these draft bottles, and they say you can drink these right out of the bottle. There's nothing. I've never tried it, and I'm getting ready to try
This
it
is the first time
for the first time. To tell you if it tastes like a real Guinness, I mean an American Guinness. I know in Ireland they taste like. I know. Well, we don't live in Ireland. I can't do that. But still, I mean, I would love to go there and drink the real Guinness.
So drink it. Tell me what you think.
So
My favorite way is as a black and tan with Harp.
But as I get
like Harp and Guinness.
when I get here, should I
just drink it?
go to with another? I should probably finish another thought before
The thought you just thought it.
the
Lippy sound.
yeah. It tastes Guinness. I mean, it's a Guinness.
Is this so sweet?
It's got,
Jay asked if this was a soda.
because he's not on microphone. Just tape it around your neck, Jay. It's good. To me, it tastes. I know Guinness is not a very carbonated beer.
Tastes flat.
It tastes flat to me, but you know,
It's just heavier.
yeah, it still tastes like Guinness, but
What's the alcohol content?
4 something.
Really?
Oh, it's lighter than a Bud Light.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they're great for breakfast.
Okay.
Brunch, you know, you got your Bloody Marys, you got your mimosas. Do a Guinness. It's like, first of all, it goes better with breakfast food, and it's not going to kick you in the dick at 10 in the morning, unless you're looking to get kicked in the dick at 10 in the morning. And I understand that. I understand that's a, you know. But that ain't for everybody, and it ain't for every Sunday. You know what I mean?
I guess I assumed all stouts were kind of high in
That's
alcohol
what
content.
most people assume. Guinness is very strong.
Now, there are some stouts out there that are very stout.
Because this tastes like drinking a loaf
Like
of
what's
bread.
that one that's named after the jazz pianist?
Oh, that Thelonious Monk?
Monk. Yeah, that thing is heavy.
Yeah, there's some stouts. It's funny because I was going to buy the cans and pour it in the glass and say, "Here's a Cascade for Chris." That's what Dr. Deadwax used to do, and I miss Dr. Deadwax's videos, and that was Chris. You know, Chris.
Right.
The old Cascade, but no Cascade with a bottle. So I'm trying it. I don't know if I'll do it again. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm getting a recipe.
But it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Record show tomorrow?
Record show is Sunday.
This Sunday?
Chris said he's not going.
Not going.
And I probably won't either. I mean, it's I'm not going because it's
First of all, it's in Clemens.
in Clemens, and
Not far from me, but
Is it the hotel?
yeah.
but I spent like $40 last week on records, and then a couple weeks ago I spent another probably 30 or 40. And there's not, you know, I'm still kind of managing space in addition to still collecting. Because I'll tell you, man, there's nothing sadder than somebody that you, especially on YouTube, when you've watched somebody forever and they're building this big collection and they're always showing these great records, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, I'm not really buying records right now because, you know, I can't really buy anymore. I'm kind of at my max, and so I'm starting to sell some stuff, and these videos are going to be less, and I won't have, you know, to me that's like, oh. That's like your buddy that always smokes cigarettes with you outside of your factory job, and all of a sudden he's like, no, man, I quit smoking. And you're
So
like,
that's you
"Oh."
now with records.
To a very slim extent.
Oh.
I'm still going and buying records. I just can't buy the bullshit at thrift stores that I'm like, oh, that's a funny cover. But I can still buy records and
There's
stuff.
just nowhere to put it.
Hey, as we go into the news stuff this week, let me show you this. This has nothing to really. I don't know what this shit sounds like. I don't know if it really makes a shit with. I'm gonna have to switch things here. This guy, check this out. So I'm looking up news for music news and vinyl and stuff. This cat right here is a producer from I think the UK. He's on Brainfeeder Records, which I think Flying Lotus was on Brainfeeder. So it's probably a little glitchy electronica. I'm guessing. But you know what his name is?
No.
Ross from Friends. That's his name. Ross from Friends. I think that is so freaking hilarious. This guy's name is Ross from Friends. So I don't know. Go look up his shit. Maybe it's good. I just gave him some free promotion solely based off of having a name that I like a lot.
Okay.
I just think that's funny as hell. So in addition to Ross from Friends, let me cut that off. Check this out.
Oh yeah, I heard.
That's our old buddy Wayne Coyne from the Flaming Lips. And come to find out that this motherfucker has on Record Store Day has got they got a 7-inch coming out, filled with pink beer for Record Store Day. Flamin' Lips have teamed up with Dogfish Brewery for a limited edition 2018 vinyl filled with the beer that inspired the songs on the record. 100 of the 2,000 copies, so there's 2,000 made, 100 of these, the story of the Yum Yum and Dragons pouring beer in your ear 7-inch will contain the limited pink Dragons and Yum Yum Ale. Billed as the first beer with its own theme song, this isn't the first time the beer has been pressed into vinyl, nor is it the weirdest with human ashes, blood, dinosaurs all being entombed in wax. So, oh, get out of here, cats!
God, they're a wreck.
Record Store Day, April 21st, is gonna be what's going on now.
You going out on Record Store Day?
No,
Me neither.
never. But you did. We were talking about that last week. You have, right?
I have.
And not only you've done it more than once, where you weren't just the late guy, right? Didn't you go?
No, I only did the early guy once.
One time.
And I actually left here.
Whoa! Whoa! No!
That camera looks just like that camera. It's amazing.
It's
amazing clarity.
it's something. That's big time. But so you've only done that once, like the legit, like wait in line.
Yeah, left here, drove there.
What was the record you were doing that for?
Uh
Was that the Hawkwind?
no. It was the Lyman Limpid Green, the 10-inch, or is it 10-inch? The 4 songs with your boy from Primus.
Oh, the
Claypool Lennon Delirium.
thing. Oh, really? So
yeah.
that's what I thought. It was like last year or the year before.
Last year.
Last year. The rest of the time, you kind of swooped in later and got some Record Store Day
Right,
stuff.
right.
I bought Record Store Day albums for sure, but I've never went.
No.
I don't do things on the weekends.
No.
I do all my business during the week. Weekends is resting for the Lord.
Nothing really jumped out at me this time to want to do that.
No, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago or a week or so ago. Then there's
Did they say how much that 7-inch is going to cost with beer?
no.
whatever?
I mean, who? I'm sorry.
I know
don't.
Derek has one of the ones with blood. You know.
Oh yeah, I don't do. There's 7 inches that are like Well, prime example. I think we may have talked about this last week when Jay was on here. We talked and Jay's over here in the foreground. The Sleep, the Clarity. It's like 12 inch. It's one of like 11-minute song, and I was so stoked because Patrick at Hippo had it, and I'm like, it's etched on the other side. I'm like, oh shit, I got to get the Clarity. It was like the first Sleep song they did in like 15 years. It's $12 for one song. Because you're buying a collectible at that point. I'm like, I mean, I get it. I'm sure it's totally worth that, but I'm like, is it worth it to me for one song? Yeah, I don't know.
Sleep.
I don't know. I didn't bring in a graphic for this, but there's apparently a 9 LP box set for Brian Eno.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this shit?
I heard about it.
It's all like unreleased stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, I don't know. Who the hell knows how much that's going to be?
Music for installations.
Yeah, music for installations.
Yeah.
Unreleased, rare, and new music. The iconic inspirational composer.
I think I heard some of that music for installations. He when he was at Moogfest.
86 to present is the years.
Yeah, when he was at Moogfest, he put on a presentation. There was this visual thing. You went in this room and it was like the million paintings or million pictures.
Oh, I remember that, the moving thing.
And it just constantly was wrote these images while the music was playing. It was pretty amazing.
Well, check this out. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this. This looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to be $1 bazillion. But look at that. Look at this beer while I'm doing this.
It's not exactly what he was going to show you. That's really cool.
No. But it's This looks pretty nasty though.
Oh, that's the box set.
This is the box set. Let's bring this mug in here. Look at, we're doing all this live. Look at here.
Wow, doing it live.
Doing it live.
Right there. Huh? Right there. What? Right there. Do that. Do right there. All right.
Okay, that'll work. Take
Look
it.
at that. No, we already took it. They're watching me. But that's crazy. That'd be a really cool. Look at the art on that. I think the art is pretty amazing on this. Pretty cool to pick up. But You know, obviously I'm.
How much?
I don't know. It doesn't say. That kind of scares me.
You said 9 LPs.
9 LPs. So Jesus
It's gonna
Christ.
be like $250.
And it's like 86 to the present. Let's see if they list the price. Pre-order a copy here. May 4th release. Oh my God. Doesn't say. But
go ahead and pre-order it. See how much it costs.
yeah, I might
Do it.
not ever do that.
Do it.
As
Do
long
it.
as you probably ever know me. But yeah. Okay. Let me keep going on rundown. I got a rundown here.
I don't have anything.
Rundown. What's a rundown?
What's the last thing? Oh, something I said to Boss Man this morning. I already clicked on it. The 1980s soundtrack for Transformers has been released on limited color vinyl for the first time.
That's cool.
This is gnarly. And I'll bet this is going to be so good. Where's it at? I'm trying to find it. Cutting that off. That ain't there. There it is. Look at that. That is Dope City. Got to get some of that. Let's see what it says about it. I didn't really read it.
You can check it out from the library.
Books. The original soundtrack from Hasbro's 80s Transformer animated. This is the television series, not the movie.
Right. Better.
This March, Enjoy the Ride Records is coming out. 40 tracks that appeared on the show's 3 seasons. First time it's ever been released. Limited to 2,000 copies worldwide. 3 variants: Megatron, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee.
That's the black and white yellow stripe that you saw in the picture. That's Bumblebee.
I think I've got Bumblebee. No, I don't have Bumblebee.
You know, in the movie, you know who voiced Bumblebee?
That's not Eric Idle, is it?
No.
He did something.
In the movie, it was, I think it's Tom Kenny, the guy who does SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh. Do you know the greeting?
Are those guys doing it?
No.
Oh.
Do you know the Transformer greeting? Yeah, you know that? No, it's
No, that's Spock.
Bowie Bay, blah, 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 blah. Bossman knows it. It's a long, yeah. Bossman can do it, and I can't do it. I don't know nothing about it. All right.
I hope that's not a cat.
What, you got anything else to say about the things going on in the
What were we going
world?
to say about some of Al Cooper?
No,
Al Cooper?
not yet.
No? Okay.
Al Cooter. What?
All Cooter.
Okay.
Crazy Cooter coming at you.
You like Cooter.
This hat is a Cooter hat. Totally.
You met Cooter, didn't you?
I did meet Cooter.
What's his name?
Ben Jones, former Georgia representative.
Is he a nice guy?
I printed off pictures of him, and
We're talking about Dukes of Hazzard here.
Dukes Hazzard, Cooter. I printed off pictures of him and scotch taped him, a couple of different ones, to a piece of printer paper. And I went up to him and was like, "Hey, Mr. Jones, I appreciate you coming over here. Would you mind signing this for me?" And he was like, "I'd love to do that." And he signed. He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Mike." And he's like, "Mike, it's great to meet you." He's like, "Where are you from, Mike?" And I said, "High Point." High Point. They still got Kepley's barbecue over there? And I'm like, "Yeah, they got Kepley's." And I'm thinking like, I don't like Kepley's at all. He's like, every time we drove by, we always stopped and pulled off the highway, went to Kepley's. And he's like, "Man, where'd you get this picture? All these pictures of me and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, I printed them off the internet." Internet. How about that? Every time I think about Cooter, I think about internet. How about that? Man,
I took a shit right next to married Jerry Mathers.
I got an autograph right here. It says, "Your friend."
Was that after did he wash his hands before he signed it?
I don't know. None of my business, Steve. Man wants to wash his hands after he shits. That's his own business. I mean, the sign's only for the employees, right?
Right.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what we played this evening. Now, we played a good. Man, we had some troubles getting live. All kinds of technical jargon and baloney. Oh yeah. I'll tell you something about things that aren't that carbonated. You can murk them down just like.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
It doesn't fight you back.
No, it doesn't. That's what I like about St. Pauli Girl too. It's a good like Amsterdam-y Germany beer, you know. It's got that European kind of thing.
That's what I like about you.
You really know how to beer. You better pop me, pop me,
Yeah.
But they I always like them like food, like St. Pauli girls, like do like a barbecue, burgers and chips, and you got sides and all this. You can drink those; they're not very carbonated, so it still tastes like a Heineken or but without the belch. You ever be eating, you get that belch. You can go to a barbecue.
My first wife reminded me of the St. Pauli girl.
Belch.
She was German.
German. Scheitze. So we talked about what we played. So me and Jay finally got on. I told you, I was like, reach down there and grab me something to just figure out what in the hell is going on and make sure I got me an audio signal.
You told me to reach the bologna stack.
It's not really a bologna stack, but it's
I like bologna.
Yeah.
Well, this certainly wasn't bologna though.
Shh.
You do one out of mine about it.
Oh, sure could.
You're on the camera.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
So I said, reach down there, Jay, find me something other, just get me a damn audio signal. Jay pulled out a little whopper now.
Oh.
Pull out that microphone, Jay. Tell us about the reason you pulled this one out.
Pulled it out because it was the best damn record down there.
Okay. I'm not opposed to George Strait. I don't remember that being down there. It may be a cameraman record. I don't remember this record being anywhere.
This might have been VCLT.
Was it? No.
I don't
No.
know.
That cover looks like an 80s movie
It's
like soundtrack.
It is
That's-
80s.
Is it 80s? What year is that?
But it's a greatest hits
Early
album.
80s.
Early.
It is, but it's early. It's like 83.
Well,
84.
okay. You know, I love some George Strait. Not my favorite country, but it's not my least favorite country. It's a middle. It's a middle.
It's one of these.
It's a middleman.
They are the bar.
Half of this shit didn't even get on the damn air because we went all. I came back and looked, and my shit had booted up into Linux, and I'm like, wait, well, I'm in Linux. We were on the air and broadcasting, and then I had to go back. It was a whole ordeal, and from that point, things went just downhill. This is Jimi Hendrix War Heroes. I don't really know much about this. It's on Polydor. I assume it's one of those posthumous jib jab records. I don't know. You know anything about that?
No.
It's one of those. It's the Hendrix records I like because I prefer those that are not the Hardy main releases. But probably just mostly because I hear some of that other shit too much. You know what I mean? I mean, Purple Haze is great, Foxy Lady is great, but I love hearing these just like dick hole jams in somebody's living room too.
I think Electric Ladyland's my favorite.
Yeah, that's great.
And that is a mainstream album, but it's,
I don't know what it actually came on, but my first Hendrix that I picked up, I've talked about this on the program before. That purple, the Essential Jimi Hendrix, it's a purple double LP. But I had it on CD when I was in high school, and it had that Burning of the Midnight Oil.
that's on Electric Ladyland. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Hendrix jam. I don't have Electric Ladyland. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Bow, bow.
And I remember in late high school, I learned how to play that on guitar, and I thought that was the coolest. I did it with the wah pedal and everything, and I was like, God, I'm the coolest man that ever lived.
Maybe you really were.
I may have been. I don't know. Shit, hell, damn.
War Heroes came out 2 years after his death. It was mixed and compiled by Eddie Kramer
Oh,
and John Jansen.
okay.
So it's legit. It's a legit mix.
Yes, that's what we were talking about because it's Polydor, so we thought it may,
Yeah.
it may be fair. It's not just some random
And
label.
Eddie Kramer was the man when it came to Hendrix and some of those releases. So
Yeah. So Jay pulled out some just right up your Buddy Hoyle
Oh, dude.
metal shredding. Death Symbolic. Famous because this is one of the albums, in addition to Melvin's Stoner Witch, which we've talked about. Death Symbolic is the other record. Me and Jay would call that 1-800 CD now and listen to samples. And that's one of those records. death, symbolic. And then they would go fade in. This is not a test of power. And then we were like, what is this? Where's this record? Where can we buy it? Can I pay with check? COD.
COD, I missed the COD.
Sorry, no COD. Just write to free catalog, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009.
COD, man.
Talking with
those are the days.
Yeah, talking with Ragnar this week. He's like, dude, play some Booby. And I'm like, God, I know. We went and not played some Booby in a while. Probably my favorite is the one he sent us all this near Christmas. What was it called? Starts with an E. Ego. That may be my favorite, but some of the new Booby is great too. And I played. It's not the newest Booby, but it's this 89. So this is like, wow, this is way earlier than I thought. I don't remember playing this one in a while. And it had me thinking. We were kind of going back and forth, and I said some of the CDs and stuff he'd sent us over Christmas. And the one that really, I mean, a lot of this stuff is just tremendous, but the one that really, damn it, got stuff sitting everywhere. The one that really jams my chord up is this band, Ham. Ham is, holy cow, these guys are terrific. It's kind of stonery, not in a not heavy in a way. I mean, pretty singing.
Death, Sanity, Lonesome Duke, Misery, Bulldozer.
It's good stuff, man.
Some of the tracks on here.
But it's not. It's more like think Queens of the Stone Age, like good singing, straight ahead rock and roll kind of stuff. But that had me thinking. He was talking about play some Booby and play Booby in a while. I'm like, yeah, damn, I have it. And then we're talking back and forth about some Ham, and I love Ham. Now I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Now I'm hungry. That's how it happens.
On a sandwich.
Realized I was kind of light on the jazz, funk tip, or any of that. I really didn't play any like straightforward jazz at all tonight, which is crazy. But I did pull out a little King Curtis on Atco. It's the best of King Curtis, and played side A, and it's got a great selection of songs. But it ends with the most important King Curtis song, in my opinion, "Memphis Soul Stew." When he's like listening through all the instruments, when he says, "Let me get a pound of them fatback drums," and then the drums come in, it makes me like really bob my head and also want fatback at the same time, which is a great thing. Neither one of those things are bad things.
No,
I would say. And then what the hell else we got going on? Oh shit! Backwoods metal in the mother effing house. My man, down in the dirty South, Bayou, doing big things. We appreciate you joining us, brother. Brother. And man, this was a dig of the week from last week. Just to get just straight up satanic about it.
Yes.
Burzum.
Yes.
I mean, Jesus Christ, or lack thereof. This is the Back on Black reissues. Came out in 2008 or so, I think, something like that. But I've
down
never
just a little bit.
Down just a little bit, Jay. There you go.
Right there.
I've never seen the Burzum stuff. There you go. Never seen the Burzum stuff used like this.
Say Bertram.
Burzum. This is the guy that
Bertram.
famously or infamously, if there's ever been a time to where no, you should use infamous rather than famously. This guy shot and killed Euronymous for mayhem, and went to prison for murder on that. But he was also involved with a lot of the church burnings in Norway in the 90s. Varg.
He's in that documentary, babe.
Yeah, Varg. So, yeah. It's funny because last week I didn't get to play it tonight. I got that Bride record. And I'm like, I bought a Christian band accidentally.
Jesus.
And Burzum at the same time. Duality of man. I'm weighing it out. You guys choose. It ain't my business to choose. I'm just weighing it out. You pick whichever one you want. Which one you want? Left, you got right. Get a good one.
All over.
Get a good one. I was trying to mix it up a little bit. This was Cameraman left this for me a long time ago. The Stanley Clark Band, but 80s. Born in the USA. This is one of those kind of dub. Born in the USA.
It was? So it was that song?
Yeah.
Kind of that.
With like early scratchy shit over it.
Is it like Herbie Hancock kind of weird?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
trying to be.
I want to be Herbie Hancock.
Yes.
Wasn't quite as good.
Yeah. Stanley Clark's hit and miss, and a lot of times he misses when he tries to do shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. It was fun. It was a fun listen. Let's put it that way.
You said it's worth a little chunk of change.
That's why I remember when Cameron gave it to me. He looked it up and was like, "This is actually worth some money," but I don't want it.
Like $10,000.
$10,000. Fuck more barf. Anybody want to barf about it?
Let's do it.
Woo! Let's get us a big old bucket. We'll all mix some barf together. Woo!
Barf Brothers.
I'm the wobbly-headed redneck. What? Speaking of rednecks, I had to pull out a little Midnight Star because Modest Touch is on there, and if you don't like Modest Touch, you can go jump right off a pedestrian bridge.
There's still one standing.
God, man. Modest Touch by Midnight Star. That is what Friday night is all about. It's about your butthole,
Man,
in case you
look
didn't
at all
know
the
about
Dudley products on that front cover.
it. Yeah. It's let your soul glow.
Oh my god.
The Dudley product.
Uh,
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Jay pulled out a heavy hitter that, man, has become one of my favorite records of the past few years. I'll play this shit digitally while I'm jamming around during the week doing my thing. More than 90% of the records or the recordings I have tilt down
Tilt.
today. Let it glare.
Turn it.
Get it tilt forward.
Turn
There
the
you
top
go.
foot. There you go.
This is
you
Honey from a Knife.
Wait, you could totally make it look like you're sitting behind the desk with that Indian.
Hey, hey,
Let me see that. So,
What's the deal with this record, Jay? Hip us to this a little
it's
bit.
the cult, right?
Yeah, you're the cult god. No, it's Cure. The Cure, right?
Yeah. The calling.
The calling. The alarm.
I paint my wrist the color of blood. Now, tell me about this
The
record.
Doors.
No,
Big country.
This was 2012. This was
get
like
the mic
their first.
closer.
This was their first big release in like a number of years, and it's
It's decent.
good record.
Oh, it's great. So, how far before this one was the last cult
Oh
record?
The
man.
last one was like year and a half, 2 years ago.
No, I mean before this one. You said this one was like the first in a long time.
I don't know, maybe
93.
4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Oh,
Not.
close.
I thought you said 10, 15 years.
Did I?
Maybe. Not a band I would normally listen to, and I was
Sorry.
never really into them back in the day. Holy hell, that's a great record. I listen to that shit all the effing time, man. So Steve got here and we started talking about, man, we ain't done a whole lot of Irishy stuff tonight. We didn't play any U2. Oh no.
I brought one.
Yeah, I was gonna put one on and I didn't, but you know,
Played this instead.
I would have probably played War if I was gonna do one.
I brought the Unforgettable Fire,
I don't have that one.
produced by Eno.
Oh, okay. But you brought this guy. Now, what's the deal with this guy?
The Angry Young Them. This is the 2016 reissue. It's on Exile Records,
No,
and it's a great record.
butt record.
It's the only Them album I have.
What's the deal with them?
What is up with them, anyway?
You know much about them?
Well, it's
Paul?
Van Morrison and Company, a Northern Irish band. Recorded 64, 65. They came out with this album in 65.
Say no. That's what I was trying to do.
And I think Jimmy Page they released what's that song? One of the most recorded.
Gloria.
Baby, please don't go.
Oh,
Baby, please don't go down to New Orleans and know I love you
on
so.
there?
And we believe that Jimmy Page was a rhythm guitarist on that. He was a studio musician at the time.
oh, really?
And he was on this album, or on Baby Please Don't
That's
Go.
an issue
which is
Yeah.
actually not on this
Where were
album.
you at, Jay?
The B-side to Baby Please Don't Go
Yeah,
was,
just a Miller.
was Gloria, which is on this.
Yeah. And I was like, God, man, how many people have done Gloria? You know, like Hendrix has done it. I think the Animals did it.
Well, it's written by Van Morrison.
So they're really the ones.
Yeah, they're the ones.
I didn't know that, which is pretty cool. And this album really reminded me of. Thank you. It was like the Animals with
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger singing. It was like the perfect mix of Rolling Stones and the Animals. So it was pretty incredible. And I can't believe I've heard that before, or maybe I've just seen the record before. I'm sure you brought it over here.
I brought it over here before,
But
once or twice.
We do a lot of liquor over here, so
Up in the air.
we should probably do some liquor actually right now because we're talking about this guy. Every year, this is my have to play on St. Patrick's Day, and for 2 years in a row, I had to run around going like, "I can't find it. I put it last year where I said I wasn't gonna forget where it was." This is the only year that I've ever been like, "There it is," and finally at the end, actually found it. Mike Cross, live and kicking, recorded in Wilmington, North Carolina. But the song "Whiskey for Breakfast,"
Is he from North Carolina?
I don't know if he's.
Because I think my
maybe.
wife saw him when she was at NC State.
Sugar Hill's a big time bluegrass label.
This is not an Irish whiskey. It's Evan Williams.
This is Evan Williams. But I tell you what, man,
Small batch.
all here in the South, we're all Irish, Scotch Irish. I mean, for the most part, anyway.
Not all of us know.
For the most part.
I'm
Natives.
on that.
So
Look at the text on that.
we're gonna do us a little Irishy.
Not normally a whiskey drinker, but tonight is a good night to do.
Lord, forgive us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
Cheers. You wanna leave it?
That's good.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Happy New Year.
The first one will lay it on you a little bit, but the next several, well,
I don't know. That was like buttery.
Well.
Both of mine went down quite.
oh yeah,
I feel all warm inside.
yeah. That's my butt's like that.
I'd rather this than a Hallmark movie feeling anytime.
All right, well that's all we got. It's a clean slate here of what we played. So that's a primo time to go into the Dig of the Week segment. Now, Steve, what'd you bring for Dig of the Week? Jay, you got stuff for Dig of the Week?
Nope.
Jay ain't got nothing for Dig of the Week. You got something for Dig of
I
the
got
Week?
one thing.
Well, I'll blow through.
I got a little something to show to go
Okay.
with it. It's all part of my.
Are you freezing a soda? You cooling off a soda?
It's not freezing. It's in the fridge. It's in the
okay.
fridge.
All right.
It's all part of the reason I was not here. My departure last week was
Okay.
we performed.
You were in rehab.
I was
Oh,
part.
that's right.
I performed as part of a choir for the Vagabond Saints Society. We opened a club that was it used to be called Ziggy's.
Yeah.
It's now called the Ramcat,
A
and
hell of a crowd.
a hell of a
On the
crowd.
balcony I saw.
I told him on Friday. I told him in the news. I was like, "You guys." I was just kidding. I was like, you think Duke and Carolina will be what everyone's talking about the next day, but actually the opening of this club is what everybody's. And sure enough, on Monday, not Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but on Monday, the Journal's had
Wow.
the front page. It was our performance at the Ramcat,
Nice.
and so you can see there's a nice picture. The middle picture is a nice crowd shot. And you can see us up on the stage, and there were easily over 1,000 people there. The line was wrapped around the building.
That's awesome.
But I sang in the choir. We did Queen, a tribute to Queen.
People at the club seem pretty cool.
I think so, yeah. They were. It was the former owner of the garage, another guy that I think might have, he had some kind of connections to the paper, so that's one of the reasons why I think they got some good press. And I was so impressed with the whole show, and just, it kind of got me into the music of Queen. I was like, I don't really have any Queen. I might have one album, but maybe I don't. So I kind of shopped around. I decided there were probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 albums I really want to get. But I was really enjoying like the kind of the rocking songs that we did as well. Of course, the ones with the choir and all that was great as well. But I wasn't as familiar with some of the earlier stuff, and we didn't.
Probably not. I'm probably guilty of that.
We didn't do 1 and 2 albums, but the third album, which is Sheer Heart Attack, it's got Brighton Rock, it's got Killer Queen on it, and maybe another one that we did. I can't remember, but. Stone Cold Crazy is also on here. Yeah,
Stone Cold Crazy.
This is their third album.
Now here's the weird thing, Steve.
Stone Cold Crazy.
We were just talking about Stone Cold Crazy earlier tonight because do you know what today is?
No.
Today is International Stone Cold Day
Are you shitting me?
because it's 3/16.
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold Austin.
This is Stone Cold Day. And
Yeah, and me and Jay were like, well, what songs have Stone Cold in it? And he was like, Stone Cold Crazy by Queen. And I'm like,
Stone Cold Crazy.
I don't think I have that
Nobody
one.
has any Queen.
Well,
I've got a little.
I do plan on I'm gonna get Day at the Races and Night at the Opera because I think those are important. But I also want to go back and get 1 and 2 because those are the more progressive rock albums that they did. They didn't really go mainstream until this album.
You know, my stack tonight is all bargain bucket shit.
No, that was not a bargain.
No, all mine is.
Oh yeah.
Bargain bucket. $1 or less. Most of these 50 cents. And it's weird because you're talking about where you guys played. Which, I got the alcoholic hiccups.
He didn't
No,
say
Mackie
any of
and
those
Hiccup.
things.
Cue it up on side 2, actually.
We talked
Shoot
about
to kill.
we talked about being a big deal for Winston-Salem. You know, having the club back and the
Right.
and this is one of the bargain buckets I saw. So I saw this record here. Now I'll just hold it right here before Jay gets up here. The Good Life, Winston-Salem Sound.
I bet you don't have that one in your collection.
Had this picture here, and I'm like, okay. I almost just went right past it because I'm thinking that looks like that's religious record. Now you leave right there, Jay. Hang on. That's a church record all day long.
Maybe.
And so I looked at it, and this guy, I'm like, no.
What's with the flame?
When I looked over, I started looking at the instrumentation here. Harmonica, electric bass, tambourine, drums, bass, pedal steel. Pedal steel kind of tripped my like, what? Some guitar, vocal, ACC. I don't know what that means. Accordion. There you go. So when I looked this up, it said a country rock album. And this guy, this distributed by Steve Conrad on Spearhead Productions out of Hollywood. But it is called The Good Life, Winston-Salem Sound. I've seen this on Discogs with a different cover that says country rock. A different cover and some different things, but the song list is the same. So it tells me they released it a couple of
Have
times.
you listened to it?
I've not.
Let me see it.
But that Winston-Salem Sound jumped out at me because I'm like, hell, that's where I work. You know what I mean? So, but it's not a country record. I mean, not a Christian record. It totally looks like a gospel record, but it's not.
This is autographed by Stephen Conrad.
Is it?
Yes.
The guy right there?
It says, "Love to you, Stephen Conrad." Look on the top of that.
Oh, I did see that, but I thought it was the guy.
No, get up there.
No, get up there. Tilt it down.
Tilt it down.
Tilt down.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's good. Love to you, Stephen Conrad. Apparently he spells it with a PH, but they put Stephen with a V on the bottom.
Creepy looking guy, though. Man.
Of course it is. That's nuts.
Look at the pictures of him on the back.
That'll be interesting to hear. Even if it's a stupid record, that's pretty
He's wearing
cool
a
to figure out.
cravat. He's got polka dot shirt and a polka dot
Ascot?
ascot.
Is that
That's
an
not
ascot?
what your country can do for you.
Is that that's the furley? He's wearing a furley, the ascot. You know, and that same Goodwill.
I liked it when Jack called him RF.
Yeah. In that same Goodwill, you know, we're always kind of looking for the cha-cha records.
No.
I found this this cha-cha record, Al Stefano and his trio cha-cha favorites. So it was like 49 cents for a cha-cha record, and it looked to be in pretty good shape. Pretty early. I looked stuff up about it, but I don't remember anything.
You know something.
Fads may come and go, but it's a real dance sensation that lingers on. We have seen many a dance craze fade in the floor before we've had a chance to master its steps, but during that time, the cha-cha-cha has continued to grow in popularity. Its acclaim today, Jay, is worldwide.
I love cha-cha. I love cha-cha.
That's going to be a good one. I don't know, 49 cent, I'm not passing on that. It's in pretty decent shape for it to be as old as it is. Just like I'm doing pretty good considering the shape I'm in. And so last week I went and spent all that money at the record store and immediately left the record store, right?
Are you doing good?
And I go over to, I left the record store and immediately went to a Goodwill,
Yeah.
of course, because I still had some time left. And went in there and I'm like, I saw this people at the front. They were holding stacks of records, a couple of like a millennial couple. They're holding stacks of records this tall at Goodwill at the checkout. And I'm like, mother son of a. I mean, I'm like 10 minutes late.
See what they had?
No.
You're like, don't buy that. Put it down.
You know, it's probably stuff I had. It was probably, you know, Steve Miller and the Eagles, and you know, good on them. You know, I would rather somebody like that have it, and you want them, get them. But I went over there and I did find a couple of things. Were kind of shitty shape. But the one thing that really did stick out, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm buying this. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm buying this record. Kaja Gugu. White Feathers. It's a promo copy. That's just, I mean, too shy. Hush, hush. That's man, that's just.
Hey, girl, give me a little close.
Have you ever heard the album?
No.
No, probably not. Goodwill.
Promo copy.
It's a promo copy too.
It's got that same promo stamp that one of my
The gold
David
stamp?
Bowie albums has. Yeah. Corner stamp.
Yeah, so it's I mean, man, I wasn't gonna pass that up. I love some cheeseball 80s stuff, especially about this time of the evening when we've had a few liquor shots going through us, and nothing says rocking and rolling like Coochie Gaga.
Nothing says I've lost my inhibitions.
Coochie Goo Goo.
Kacha Goo Goo.
Coochie Gaga.
Coochie Gaga.
Coochie Gaga. Kachi Goo Goo.
Here's a long distance vacation. Coochie Gaga.
It goes something like this.
That's like Clint Eastwood.
Kiss FM. Probably something every digger has in their collection. I've passed on it a few times because of the shape. And this one, this is crazy. My last 3 records, okay, they're from that same dig I did last week, right? So I've got those metal records I paid some money for, I'm going through the regular stack. All of these are not Goodwill. Record store, 99 cents a piece. I pull these out. They look great. And they're all records and I'm like, what? Why are they so damn cheap? I've not tried them. Maybe they sound like asshole, but he does that. This guy does this. The Bloomfield Super Session. Al Cooper. It's got Bloomfield, Stephen Stills on it.
Mike Bloomfield.
But what's weird is they don't
From Blues Project?
They don't play together on this.
They don't play together? Really?
No.
I thought it was like a jam session.
Bloomfield on side 1, and those including Stills on side 2.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird. I thought it was a big jam session.
But apparently it's a big deal. Peaked at number 12 on the Billboard 200. And you see it everywhere. A lot of people have this record.
Okay.
I've about picked it up several
It was
times.
certified gold.
Certified gold.
Huh.
So this is one, Phosphorescent Rat by Hot Tuna.
Oh.
99 cents, man.
Wow.
It's a Hot Tuna.
I've never seen that one.
It's great.
Cool color.
It's the 4th album.
Those are old Coke tabs on the back.
Yep. 4th album came
And
out
the
in
front,
74 on Grunt. It's the first Hot Tuna album recorded after Yorma and Jack Cassidy left Jefferson Airplane. Joined by drummer Sammy Piazza.
Hey, Sammy Piazza, hi.
Though Papa John and Creech had left the band for Jefferson Starship.
Ooh, I got Papa John. I got 2 of those Papa John Creech albums. That's that black guy plays that
So
violin.
it said it was moving away from their acoustic-y stuff that they'd done to more like straight driving
Does
hard
Papa John
rock.
play on this album?
That's a really weird sentence. They were joined as before by. Oh no. Yeah, as by drummer. See that? Read that sentence.
They were joined as before by drummer Sammy Piazza, though Papa John Creech had left the band for Jefferson Starship.
Damn, radio voice.
The band's playing was moving away from the softer, more acoustic sound of their first 3 albums and towards a hard rock sound that would be explored on their next 3 albums.
So this is the start for the real shit. And let me try something because I couldn't remember the wet.
Mm-hmm.
Wet.
Mm-hmm.
Wet.
Mm-hmm.
I got one more,
He got
and
one more.
I can't type because I'm all drunk about it. I saw something this week that said, wouldn't it have been great to be a doctor in the back in the olden days? He's like, oh, you've got ghost in your blood. Here, have some cocaine about it.
Wait, start that story over again. What the fuck?
It said,
He just said it would be great to be a doctor back in the old days.
Oh my god.
you've got ghost in your blood. Have some cocaine about it.
Write that down on a prescription pad.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a John Mayall record here. It came out in '77.
John Mayall, 77?
It's called Lots of People. Another 99 center. Now, seriously, I mean, okay, it's turned the right way.
Wow.
That looks good.
I mean, what the this like I said, it's
Apparently
not
it's got lots of people on it.
not Goodwill. This is a record store.
It's a live album?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It said John Mayall recorded live from the Roxy in Los Angeles. I had a hard time looking this one up. It's on ABC. John Mayall, Red Holloway, Gary Rolls, Jay Spell. I don't know these players. I'm not a big. I don't know. I don't really know these players.
Patti Smith?
Patty Smith's on there. Okay, cool.
Although it could be a different Pat. It's not spelled
True.
the same way.
Okay, well there we go. 77.
But it is vocals.
Damn, I had a hard time looking this one up. I tried looking up live John Mayall records. This one was not popping up. I don't know why.
John Mayall production. Wow. Recorded live at the Roxy, Los Angeles, 24th November, 76. I don't know. Room to Move's on here, which is on one of his earlier records.
Backwoods Metal says his car smelled like hot tuna after the senior prom.
Oh! Nice.
That's good stuff right there.
He did well.
Here.
Ew.
Hey-oh.
I saw John Mayall.
Did you really? That Miles Davis show?
No, he
Different.
performed at Savannah, like Night in Old Savannah. They used to have squares and they have stages outside.
Yeah.
He was one of the featured artists that week.
Wow, that's cool.
It was very, very good.
Well, shit. I think we, is that all that's all the digs of it? Jay, you got nothing?
That's it, man. That's all we got for you at the time. I'm gonna be singing in a couple weeks, getting the Zeppelin thing going again. So
Yeah.
from the frying pan into the fire.
Where does Zeppelin really fall in your hierarchy of classic rock bands, we'll say?
They're up there.
Up there?
I have a lot of respect for them.
Yeah.
I like the variants in some of the different songs. And it's not just. By the way, Dan Rather just kicked off his new season.
Robert Plant.
You don't have cable.
No,
but
I don't.
If you had Access TV, his first interview was with Robert Plant. So I've DVR'd it. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to
I
it.
think our man Vance from Chi-Town actually just posted that up. So, yeah. Side note. What?
That's in PS.
All right.
This show's full of side notes.
It's all side notes.
Side notes.
You're a side note. All right. Everybody, keep it together. Hold on about it. I don't have any new commercials.
Virginia lost, by the way. I don't know if you know anything about college.
She don't know nobody. She don't know nobody. We'll be back with a commercial after commercial break.
How do you know if you're watching Out of Control, the Nickelodeon TV show? It's easy when you remember this helpful guide. An out-of-control car goes... an out-of-control skier goes. But an out-of-control TV show goes. Once again, out-of-control car, out-of-control skier, out-of-control show, out of control. It goes like Sundays on Nickelodeon.
Sky Commanders, where all the action is above the ground, each sold separately with a figure, as Battle Track Protector sets his defense.
Battle track locked!
High above, the evil Jackal Raider takes aim.
Sky Commander, head for cover! Launch, Jackal! Miss me, Raider! Rapid deployment, counterattack, charge!
Sky Commanders, protectors of the high frontier.
Got him! Yeah!
Battle Track Protector comes with everything seen here. Other vehicles sold separately. New from Kenner.
We now take you to the palace where the Chesterfield king is about to knight a loyal subject.
The flat side of your sword, King. Remember what happened last time?
Yes. Now, dost thou swear to enjoy the Chesterfield king, the king that has everything? I dost. Good. And, I dost appreciate Chesterfield king's big length, like, you know? And the smoothest taste and the smoothest natural tobacco filter of any king, 'cause it's packed more smoothly by Accurate. You know what I mean? Yeah, do I? And now, by this royal carton,
Rise, please.
I dub thee a true Chesterfield knight. Every time. Well, if you like your pleasure big, smoke for real. Smoke Chesterfield, the king that has everything. Please.
This is the X Television Network.
Nesta. Mom,
Yes, honey?
you know when we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
You know about periods.
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes. All women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie? Yes, Mom? Jill wants to know something. What do you want, Jill?
Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods? Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs.
Well, Susie, what about my teacher? Does Miss Jones have periods?
Yes, Jill, your teacher, Mrs. Jones, does have periods. All women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Dad.
What have you girls been talking about?
Well, we're back. Well, I hope everybody's been having a great Friday evening.
First thing in the morning.
It's
That, exactly.
woo! It's been a good night. We've had a good time. We're talking about it. Everybody's over here.
What I can think of.
We've been getting good ones. Get a good one now. Get a good one. We appreciate you hanging out with us, getting stupid, acting a fool over this mess. Man, you blowed my mess out.
I don't know.
Let's get into a soda speak. You guys want to talk about a soda speak?
We can do that.
You have a, is this a,
I need to shake it first.
is this a,
We got to show it first before I shake it.
St. Patrick's Day related soda speak?
Not really.
No?
I mean, tangentially.
I was at World
It's
Market.
clear and white.
Tangentially, yes.
It's clear and white.
I was at World
With
Market.
the day, motherfucker.
and we were looking for a floor lamp.
I need a floor lamp, like his room.
You need a lot of.
And I found this ginger ale, and I don't do. We've done a lot of ginger ales, but
Yeah.
there are so many ginger ales out there.
Yeah, I like it.
These folks claim that ginger ale is the original soft drink.
Okay.
I can see that.
And this is called Bruce Cost Ginger Ale Unfiltered
What's the mood?
from Brooklyn, New York. I want to show it before we shake it up because it is unfiltered, clear, and it looks like the mother.
Oh, wow, look at the bottom.
It's floating on the bottom.
Look at the bottom of this thing.
The bottom of this thing is where I guess the ginger has kind of settled.
Yeah, turn to where you can. Oh, look at that. Give a tilt
So
forward.
we're going to have
Jay.
to shake it up a little bit, but not too violently.
Oh,
so
wow.
you can really see like
That's some sedimentary
looks
rock.
like garbage from the
Huh?
St. Johns River.
Here. Sedimentary rock.
Sedimentary rock. So we're going to kind of maybe mix this up a little bit,
Okay.
and there it goes.
Where'd you say this out of? I'm sorry.
World Market.
But the city,
Oh, Brooklyn,
Brooklyn. That's right. Because we know some people.
where the
it's up
ACC
there.
tournament was being held.
Yeah.
Now we're mixing it up, and it looks gross as
Wow,
hell.
that looks real gross.
It looks really gross.
Wow.
No, come on. This is
That looks
Try it. They're fucking pussy.
that looks like a chemical
This
abortion.
is St. Patrick's Day version.
I can promise you it doesn't.
That's a chemical abortion.
It's carbonated water, pure cane sugar, and 100%
Pure cane
fresh
sugar.
ginger and citric acid, and that's it.
Wow. Give it a hard shake.
You want to hard shake?
Yeah, try to get the.
I'm just worried when we open it, it's going to
No,
explode.
no, but you got to get those chunks out.
Get them out. Get them out.
You got to think the more violent of a shake, the more the chunks will get out of there.
Like
Right?
that. Look at that. You're going to open this, not me.
Huh?
I'll open it over.
Do you need a?
I don't know.
I still see. There's still stuff.
Oh, you're going to see stuff. Okay.
All right.
So here we are. Unfiltered
All right, I'm calling
ginger
it.
ale.
Intriguing tasting sounding.
It's just ginger. Don't worry about it.
Carling it?
It's not a worm or anything.
The Carl. Not a worm.
Holy cow!
Is it
All
hot?
the things that you
Top.
say sound like it's gonna be really good.
Top fucking shelf.
Well, all the things are the things that they make fake flavors to add to the shit you're used to.
Wow.
It's all got the real shit.
It's not hot at all.
You
But
mean
wait,
spicy?
there's a little bit.
I was hoping for a little
A
more.
little bit.
And maybe because I didn't get a piece of ginger in there. But
Wow, that is good. Yeah, I could stand a little, but you don't take the little that back end.
yeah.
There's some back end ginger going on.
It tastes
I made full
Tastes
mouth contact on
organic.
you.
That is incredible,
Yeah.
though.
Organic, he says. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very good.
Very good.
it's unassuming, but still got a little bit of like, huh,
Yeah.
huh? You talking to me?
So
Huh?
visit
Huh?
Not over ice. Like
visit your
bottles.
world market.
Man, that's good.
Yeah, we should
It's
go
refreshing.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Ginger ale's refreshing.
Don't forget, grab one of those Coca-Cola
I still
Georgia
say
peaches down
I
there.
still say Blinum's from down in Dillon is still my favorite all-time ginger ale.
I'm wearing Dylan hat.
Look at that. Blinum's ginger ale. It's
Yeah,
got
Blinum's-
smoothest water from the well nearby,
Yeah.
and it is their hot is freaking
Yeah,
hot.
the Blinum's hot, numero uno,
weird.
always.
First time I was
This may be number 2. Can you think of another ginger ale that would go at number 2?
That's delicious. Think that's
You
good-
know of one?
good vodka?
Folks up north will tell you Verner's, but
Verner's is
nah.
that may be in 3. That's 2.
Okay.
Verner's is good,
Trisha, make a list. Make Trisha
but
make
the
That's not what
still when you talking about Yankee sodas, that made me think because I think
Yankee Soda Boy.
that's probably that's 3. That's 2.
I can't
That's
put
good.
numbers behind it.
Oh yeah, I'm not a memory. And
Past that, I'm gonna have a hard time
it's
about
still
it.
just fucking amazing.
But
whatever.
but Blinum's, you know, absolutely like, oh, that's number 1.
Yeah.
Don't ask any questions. That's all there is to that. Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Got pickle juice on my phone.
I do like that aftertaste. You get a little peppery tongue.
It's
after-
peppery, but it's not like the Blinum's like kick you in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It was traumatic.
It's very subtle.
because I didn't understand.
Let's go on to a little chip chat. Now, I bought some chips we can do for a program, but we got a
Well, this is a topical chip.
It's a topical chip.
For St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
And it was World Market where I found these. And
I'm so excited about this.
these are Kios, or I don't know how you say it. I would say Kio, but Kio's Shamrock and Sour Cream.
Okay.
Shamrock and Sour Cream.
Like I legit bought these.
Shamrock and sour cream.
Yeah.
I tasted them and they were so fucking good that
Now,
I didn't survive the car ride.
I looked at the ingredients, and there's a ton of ingredients, and there's a lot of milk this and some kind of milk that and milk. So it's a very cheddary, cheesy chip. I haven't tasted it.
It's like kind of milky.
Milky. And
do they only do these at St. Patrick's Day?
I don't know, but they do have. The last ingredient in this long list is shamrock extract. So somehow they were able to squeeze something out of a shamrock.
Like a, you talking about like a four-leaf clover?
Yeah.
Shamrock? No, shamrock is it's a little plant, like a. There's a flowering plant that's a shamrock.
Okay. Did you read on it?
Yes, Mike.
Really just did.
I can't
The
read on
Keogh
it.
family made it their goal to grow the best Irish potatoes.
They're gold.
Field gold.
Yeah, field gold.
Like a sour cream and onion.
It's a little creamier sour cream and onion.
I mean, I think it's the one I'm thinking of. Like, they didn't make it home. Like,
Yeah, it's not oniony.
Less dill, no onion, much more cream.
This may not be the same one, but this
Which is rare because normally you would think they would, if you're gonna bump up any of those flavors, the dill
my favorite.
and the onion would be the most that you could just take to
Not the cream.
Not the cream. That's a cream.
Yeah, here's the one. I love them. But
And to be this is kind of a kettley chip.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite versions of this because, yes, it is a kettley chip, but it is nowhere like the Kettle brand or some of the ones that are like
they're a thin kettle.
break your teeth kettle.
Well, what makes kettle chips so special is their small batch chip. They always do them small batches. So.
Yep. And they tend to hold that flavor better than the light, thin ones.
Right.
Which chips are like tools. They all have their place. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But I do find that some of the better chips are the kettle chips because they tend to hold that flavor, whatever that should or should not be.
There's a lot of flavor here.
Yeah.
But it's not overly like.
But it's still subtle. There's a lot on there, but it's still subtle. If that makes any kind of sense. Good stuff. And very topical.
And gently.
Lord, forgive us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
Erin Gubra.
So sláinte, everybody. We hope everybody has a great St. Patrick's Day and all that jazz. And it'll be a big old time. I brought that a little harsh.
Okay.
I popped it a little bit. So hope everybody's enjoyed this live stream. We still getting used to it a little bit on here. But we'll catch y'all next week with another program, I think. If
So
not,
we're going to go back over to Ustream and play some records?
yeah, we're going to play some records. So go over back to the Ustream channel. We're going to play some records over there. Some of the stuff we showed. So, all right. We already played it.
We'll play something on the other side of it.
So, everybody, I don't know, good luck or whatever. I don't give a shit. See you next time.